This is Leicester, England. It's approximately 100 miles from London, and it's known for its quaint village houses and its fox hunting, and also the home of Tony Sibson, the #1 ranked world middleweight contender. Hello, I'm Reg Gutteridge, and I've covered the fight scene here for well over half a century, but that really isn't that long when you think that the fight game started here approximately 260 years ago.
James Figg, known as the father of boxing, was the sport's first champion in 1719. It is with Figg that the art and science of modern boxing begins. In 1743, Jack Broughton introduced the sport its first rules and gloves. In 1866, John Sholton Douglas, the 8th Marquis of Queensberry, revolutionised boxing with a set of regulations that created the sport we know today. We English have taken pride in many boxers. Some of our most recent champions have been Henry Cooper, our Henry as most of us know him today, will never be forgotten for his knockdown of the then Cassius Clay. Alan Minter, the British bulldog who defeated Vito Antuofermo to become our last world champion. Our present hero, Tony Sibson, or Sibbo as his fans like to chant, defeated Matteo Salvemini to become the European middleweight champion. After 10 years, boxing would become more than just a pastime, it would be his life.
I don't have to dramatise my life. I just come from a working class family, and I know that if I want to get on in life, this is the only way for me.
But before Tony would receive his deserved recognition, there had to be one more fight. In England, it was billed the showdown. Tony Sibson, the up-and-coming boxer, versus the veteran and ex-world champion Alan Minter. Once a sparring partner for Minter, Tony Sibson lived many years in the shadow of England's pride. In 1980, Minter lost his title to Marvin Hagler in the 3rd round of this ring. 1 year later, the 3rd round marked the end of the career of one English champ and the beginning of a dream of another Englishman.
I think it was a right hand and then a left hook. He broke his nose and broke his heart.
But Tony's heart was also broke. Due to an advertisement on Minter's trunks, the fight was blacked out by the BBC.
Explain to me why you were so disappointed that the fight with Alan Minter was blacked out by the BBC in Britain.
Everyone was saying, oh, I got no chance. But then when I beat him and done the job I did do on him, it was robbed of me that the public never seen that, and that was a shame.
Dwight Davison was Sibson's final obstacle to a title shot. Versus the #1 ranked contender, Tony Sibson earned a unanimous decision and the opportunity to once again bring a world title back to England. Only in England would you find a boxer who trains at a pub. The Queen Vic Gym is located behind the Queen Victoria pub. To concentrate solely on Marvin Hagler, Tony vacated his British and European titles. Since November 23rd, he has dedicated all his time to training with 3 daily workouts every day except Sundays. He beholds the courage that is found in many English boxers. Its origin could be linked to King Richard I, whose courage in battle won him the title of Richard the Lion-Hearted. Henry Cooper, known as the Bleeder, never gave up a fight.
Courage. Well, I think I think, you know, a lot of British fighters have got a game, you know, and if you're talking about game art, call it what you want, bottle, as they say. I mean, yeah, we're as brave, I think, as the Americans.
There's not too many Englishmen that get to fight for championships of the world. And I think when they reach that class, it's their determination that comes through in the end.
Pat Cowdell from Warley, England, had his title shot versus Salvador Sanchez. Badly beaten for 15 rounds, Cowdell still had the courage to rise from the canvas with seconds remaining. In this fight, Tony Sibson will exhibit this same heart and determination.
I just want to get in there and become a champion. And if you've got an attitude in life that you want to win, then you've got to fight for that status. And, you know, no one's going to give you nothing in life, so you've got to fight for every piece of the action you can.
Slightly over 200 years ago, our pilgrim forefathers set across the Atlantic in search of a new world. Tony Sibson's pilgrim voyage will be to Worcester, Massachusetts, only 80 miles from Plymouth Rock. But Tony's dream is not in search of a new world. His dream is to become champion of the world.